Hey, you wanna see some crazy shit? Check this out.
Please pay attention to this video. In it I will show you how the God of your Christian Bible has been stuck here with us this entire time and is more than possible one of the richest men in the world. In 1949 Dr. Werner von Braun wrote a novel called Project Mars about a guy named Elon taking over Mars. Sounds familiar? Here's a paragraph from the novel that says, "Two houses of parliament enacted the laws to be administered by Elon and his cabinet." And here is a paragraph from the Sumerian texts. "Okay Marduk, Enlil commanded, go to Mars and take command of the astronauts. Do what you must so they obey me unconditionally on Mars." Here is a side-by-side of Enlil and Elon pretty much doing the same exact thing on Mars.
You recently said that you wanted to nuke Mars.
Yeah, so nuking Mars, I sort of was a little flippant about that.
Hey, maybe it was a coincidence.
Now let's look at Elon's connections to Israel. Elon did an interview and in that interview he said the following, "I'm Jewish by association." Side note, the name Elon is a Hebrew and Jewish name that means oak tree. The origin of the name is from Israel. He also said 2/3 of my friends are Jewish. I have twice as many Jewish friends as non-Jewish friends. Now what is Enlil's connection to Israel? Yahweh is the name for the God of the Israelites. Also in Judges chapter 12, verses 11 to 12, Elon the Zebulunite judged Israel. So, we have Enlil and Elon connected to Israel in the Bible, and outside of the Bible, as well as both are connected to Mars. And then we have Elon wearing this, and Enlil connected to this, but we are not done yet at all.
Hey, maybe it was a coincidence.
Elon has 6 connections to the letter X, which are SpaceX, X Corp, X.com, XAI, X previously known as Twitter, Tesla Model X and also a son named X. Now, let's look at Enlil's connection to the letter X. Christ comes from the Greek word expiatok, or also pronounced expictic in Coptic. And also the letter X is recognized as a symbol of Christianity.
Hey, maybe it was a coincidence.
Elon owns a crypto Coinbase named Zeus. Elon spends his free time on a golden super yacht called Zeus. If that's not enough for you, Elon also owns a robotic dog whom he named Zeus. Zeus is also the Sumerian god Enlil.
Is the signature weapon and symbol of the power for the Olympian god of thunder, Zeus. It is said to be the most powerful and feared weapon on the earth and in the heavens.
You want to talk about ancient technology? Speaking of this, like on the left, that trident, many accredited it to being originated from the Vajra. And did you see Elon Musk's bedside table picture that he put on Twitter?
Yeah.
The Vajra, which comes from the trident, or the trident comes from that. He had that in the lower left corner of the picture. That is the symbol that comes from ancient Hindu that is supposed to be the most powerful thing in the entire universe. Because he's been talking about that he thinks that his life could be in jeopardy. He's going against the grain and all this freedom of speech stuff. Or, like, we have Randall Carlson, you're bringing back on. There's all this speculation that there has been a limitless energy device that has come from the ancients that has been essentially redeveloped. And then in a short period of time, you have Elon Musk posting this picture while he's also talking about that he believes that his life could be at jeopardy. He's taken certain security precautions.
Are you sincerely trying to save the world?
Well, I'm trying to do good things, yeah. I mean, saving the world is not
But you're trying to do good things and you're a billionaire. That seems a little bit like either superhero or supervillain. You have to choose one.
Hey, maybe it was a coincidence.
In the Emerald Tablets of Gold, and what he's talking about is the fact that they had cloned themselves, not humans. They didn't take humans and clone humans. They cloned their own selves. They had their own bodies, their own sleeves, and they would transfer their consciousness into each individual body and walk amongst men, but unlike a man. And then while one body was laying in the rejuvenation chamber, they would walk amongst men, and when that body got worn out, they would put it back in the chamber, rejuvenate it, transfer into another body, and walk amongst men. This is why Thoth and Enki and Enlil and all these people, they have all these names over so many thousands of years. Their names have changed, but it's always the same person because they've lived so many millennia. across time by transferring consciousness, which is something that we're now just starting to do in what we call modern science. We have the Avatar Project by DARPA. Also, you have 2045 Project, 2045.com, 2045.com. Check it out. Ray Kurzweil, he's got his project. He's been doing this now, working on this project for a couple decades.
You could save state and restore that state into a biological being if you wanted to. Now, if you've got like a version 10 Neuralink far in the future, you could recall everything, the entire sensory experience, emotions, everything.
Now, this is where things get wicked. Enlil had 5 sons, and Elon used IVF to conceive 5 of his children. IVF is in vitro fertilization and is an artificial way to conceive a child. The same technology talked about in Sumerian ancient texts, the Emerald Tablets, and 12 Tablets of Enki. You can reincarnate anyone through transfer of consciousness and artificial birth. Elon has a child born with the name XAEA-12, when broken down and decoded. The name means, Christ, born with artificial intelligence, an archangel made for war but is nonviolent. Elon's son XAEA-12 was conceived through artificial intelligence. Elon also has a child born via IVF and given the name Techno-Tau Mechanicus, when broken down and decoded. The name Tau in Greek means resurrection. In Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4, the Tau symbol was placed upon the foreheads of the poor Israelites so that they may be saved and resurrected. Techno is a word also relating to technology. The name Mechanicus is a gender-neutral name of Greek origin, that means machine-like. These are 2 very interesting people with the last name Mechanicus that sparked an interest. More so Athenaeus Mechanicus, who was a demagogue. Please read the definition of a demagogue.
Hey, maybe it was a coincidence.
Hey, maybe it was a coincidence.